and we are live. Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the October 7, 2023 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in live with us every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. And if I didn't say Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word saint spelled backwards. And my co-hosts today are the lovely First Lady J and the infamous El Pooh. We also are going to have Brother Walk at some point and Brother Floyd X in the ether in and out. But how you doing there today, First Lady J?
I'm well, thank you. Throat a little sore, hoarse right now, but I'm great. I hope you fellas are well too.
Doing straight. El Pooh, what it do?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know me, blessed and happy to be here.
That's what's up. Well, let's get to the get. First up in the news. Krayzie Bone update. What do you got for us, First Lady J?
I have Krayzie Bone. Bone Thugs and Harmony's Krayzie Bone is on the road to recovery after battling a life-threatening condition last month. The Grammy Award-winning rapper, who was hospitalized in late September after reportedly coughing up blood and suffering a blood artery in his lung, shared a health update about his recent medical complications. Just fought for a life, literally for 9 days straight. Krayzie Bone, whose real name is Anthony Henderson, wrote on Instagram Tuesday, and I only won the battle this time because I know Jehovah God was with me every step of the way, fighting for me. Thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. Trust me, I needed every last one of them.
Amen. That's what's up. So we're sending that great energy, good energy to our brother, and pushing him further down the path to the road to recovery. So that's the reality. We're getting up there in age. We all knew each other. these artists, we're all teenagers and kids, and now we're well far away from that. So we appreciate that. As an adult, you got real health situations going on and cracking. So
Yeah.
got something to say, El Pooh?
Yeah, big up Crazy Bone, man. I hope you get better and everything, and get back on the road and everything, because we need you out there. You a staple in hip hop.
That's what's up. On to the next topic. What do we have? Kevin McCarthy removed as House Speaker. What do you got for us, First Lady?
Okay, Kevin McCarthy. The House has voted to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, marking the first time in history that a House Speaker has been removed in this way. The final vote was 216 to 210 in favor of a motion to vacate the chair. 8 Republicans, led by Florida Rep. Matt Gaetz, joined all Democrats present in voting against McCarthy. McCarthy told reporters in the Capitol that he will not run again for Speaker. I leave the speakership with a sense of pride, accomplishment, and yes, optimism, he said. I will not run for Speaker again. I will have the conference pick someone else. McCarthy said he does not regret the disagreements with members of his own party that led to his demise.
Now, this is what's crazy to me. The whole reason why that Gates dude turned on McCarthy was because McCarthy went across the aisle to prevent the government shutdown. So they were complaining. They said, don't do anything with the Democrats. Yet this dude went to the Democrats to oust McCarthy, because it was those 8 people and all the Democrats that voted against this guy that knocked him out. Now, I understand that part of this, the Democrats' take on this was like, look, this guy went back on his word. This is the guy that, is doing this impeachment against Biden. It's got no grounds. So they're like, well, screw him, on to the next thing. But the problem with this is that you get rid of this one guy, you got to be concerned about the next guy that can be worse. That's like how I was in state court. In state court, you can ding one judge if whatever for any reason, but the problem is you might get a worse judge. So we'll see what's on that. What you got to say, Uncle?
Yeah, the Republican Party is in disarray, and all I can say is it's crazy though. I mean, they just use the Democrats for, well, in this case, they're using the Democrats for their own motivations and everything. But the whole point of it is these guys, they cutthroat. They have no loyalty to anybody. They even talking about putting Trump in as Speaker of the House. Imagine that. How's he going to be Speaker of the House and he's going to be going to court every other day?
Yeah, they got restrictions and rules that say that, you can't run for that if you got indictments that might give you 2 years or more. And this fool got 93 indictments and counting. So,
Yeah. And you know what? That's a Republican. The Republicans, that's their rule.
Yeah, their rule.
With that. It's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the show, Brother Walk. What's going on with you, man? Uh-oh. Floyd X ain't waiting too long.
Our brother, Mr. Walk, is having technical difficulties. He's having a bad day.
Ouch. So, next in the news topic. Senator Feinstein's replacement, LaFonza Butler. What do you got for us, First Lady Jay?
California Governor Gavin Newsom will appoint Emily's List President LaFonza Butler to fill the seat of the late Senator Dianne Feinstein, elevating the head of a fundraising juggernaut that works to elect Democratic women who support abortion rights, according to a person familiar with the decision. Newsom is moving swiftly to name the next senator 2 days after Feinstein's death. And just as parochially split Congress narrowly averted a government shutdown, Senate Democrats are in need of every vote in the closely divided chamber.
Yeah, he said he was gonna get a black sister to replace Senator Feinstein's situation, and he did that. I believe I read that there was some blowback because they were saying that she ain't really from California. Not that, I don't know why that really matters. Most people in California ain't from California, but, we'll see how this all plays out. It's going to be a big battle, these Republicans and Democrats. And again, we don't identify with either of that stuff. We basically vote our interests, but we do understand that there's a little more circus going on in the Republican camp right about now.
Yeah, well, can you say token? I mean, look, black, she's a woman. She's part of the LGBTZ, whatever community and everything.
Wow.
She checks a whole lot of boxes. So I understand the political motivation behind that. But it is what it is. Well, rest in peace, Dianne Feinstein. She was in there too goddamn long anyway. She was 102 and she just died.
I know. She literally voted the day before she died. So that's what you're talking about.
And she didn't know what the hell she was voting for.
Ouch.
Oh, my Lord.
So next in the news topic, Kaiser Permanente strike. What do you got for us, First Lady?
A 72-hour strike by 75,000 healthcare workers against Kaiser Permanente drew to a close on Friday as both sides in the labor dispute agreed to resume stalled contract talks next week, while union officials warned of possible further walkouts to come. Acting U.S. Labor Secretary Julie Su, who played a role as mediator during an all-night negotiating session last week, will return to California to assist the parties in advancing talks. When they return to the bargaining table next week, the Labor Department announced.
Boy, there's a lot of strikes going on right about now.
Yeah, I agree. I was getting ready to say the same thing. I was saying the auto workers, the writers, the actors, the medical workers, the grocery store workers are threatening to strike. I mean, McDonald's is getting ready to strike. I don't know what the hell is going on. What's up with all these strikes all of a sudden?
Uh-oh. Brother Floyd X, what you got to say about this?
Just as far
First
as
of all, welcome.
What's up? Good morning, everybody. Hey, just as all these strikes going on, but they if everybody going on strike, but McDonald's or all the restaurant workers about to get a $20 minimum wage hike, right? So why everybody going on strikes?
$20, man. That's I tell you, man. That's a long ways from $3.35 when I was young.
I'll tell you why they're going on strike, because the price of gas in LA right now is over $6, which is
it's ridiculous.
Just now starting to drop. It's just now starting to drop. They got like a fall supply or something.
Yeah, they got the winter supply, but it's dropping by pennies. And they
Yeah, man.
Hey, I filled it. Well, I didn't fill up. I got $50 last night, and I mean, it was like $6 and something before. Today it was like $5. It was about $1 less. So, for me, that was significant.
I remember back in the day, you can put $20 in your car, you can fill your car up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
now you put $20 in your car burp.
That's it. Yeah, we don't want to talk about too much about what you could do with money. Back in the day as old folks. I remember you could get a cheeseburger, hamburger and French fries for like $1.
Man,
like that. Yeah, you old in the mud.
I just told on myself. Speaking of telling, now we'll come back to that. But is that all in the news?
No.
Oh no! The judge issues a gag order against Trump. What you got for us, First Lady?
Judge Arthur Engoron rebuked Donald Trump after the former president attacked his clerk in a social media post on Tuesday and forbade the parties from making any future comments about his staff. This morning, one of the defendants posted on a social media account a disparaging, untrue, and personally identifying post about a member of my staff. Although I have since ordered the post deleted, and apparently it was also emailed out to millions of other recipients, the judge said in court. Trump looked straight ahead at the judge as he issued the order. The judge then said all parties must not speak publicly about any members of the court staff. Consider this statement an order forbidding all parties from posting, emailing, or speaking publicly about any members of my staff, Engoron said. Failure to abide by this will result in serious sanctions. Trump posted on Truth Social Tuesday attacking Engoron's clerk.
You said Walker, his little comment right there.
Oh, okay. No. Claiming she was a girlfriend to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, a New York Democrat, and showing a picture of the two of them together. How disgraceful, Trump wrote. This case should be dismissed immediately. Now, what I miss about Walker's I'm reading.
No, he's talking about a gag order, and he said he gave a chick a gag order last night, too.
Oh, that's why he's not on the show right now. Because he got gagged.
Yep, he's been banned. Block him. Yeah, I mean, this dude is how can they keep making excuses for this dude that's completely unhinged? I mean, to sit here and make up this stuff about these people and then spread this, and this is dangerous. If Trump just puts your picture out there and makes it like you're out some bad guy out to get him, your life could be in jeopardy. I mean, that's the way his followers are. So, this dude has just completely total lack of disregard for the safeties of others just because you're a political opponent. It's absolutely outrageous. What you got to say about this, El Poo?
If you don't understand your history, you're bound to actually repeat it. What he's doing is the same thing that Hitler did in Nazi Germany back in the 20s and 30s. But people don't even realize this. So they keep following him blindly, and they fall for his rhetoric. But every time I hear Trump's name, for some reason, I think of the police. I don't know what it is. But,
yeah, it's coming.
He's bold, and he's getting away with what he's doing. And I admire that because they keep letting him do it. They need a bad guy out there, and Trump is the bad guy, and he doesn't mind being a bad guy. But the thing is, And man, I hope he don't live as long as Jimmy Carter. That's all I got to say.
Ouch.
That was a good one. Hey, all I gotta say about Trump is Sexy Red says she likes Trump.
Oh my God.
And we know that she's running the hip hop culture right now. She's the lead, she's at the forefront of the hip hop culture, so he's gonna be voted in. Thanks, Sexy Red.
He doesn't run the hip hop culture. I object to that.
Hey, she just released a new videotape. Come on, she running hip hop right now.
Oh, she got a sex tape. That's what you're talking about, right?
She running hip hop right now.
And she lied. Her thing ain't pink and it ain't brown. It's all funny color. It's like black. All of it is black. It's all black.
She got a new song. She got a new song with Drake on his new album. Come on. She's running the hip hop culture and she's gonna bring Trump in. She's gonna help open the door for Trump.
Yeah, somebody made a comment about Sexy Red. They said that she makes music for women whose panties is hard in the middle. So,
wow.
I do not condone a sign off on anything that Sexy Red's got to say. Get your money, but I'm just smile and wave.
In other words, they take off their panties and sound like
Here go walk. Sexy Red need a gag order. I can do it later. He's taking one for the team.
Man.
Man.
All right. So where we at, Mr. Nice Guy?
Is at the end of in the news. We transitioning. All right. So let's get to our first topic. And our first topic is going to be, do soulmates exist? Now, let me just say that we got a good definition out there. You're going to put that definition out there? You remember what it was? What a soulmate is?
Let me look it up real quick. Soulmate. Soulmate. A soulmate is a close friend or a romantic partner with whom one has a unique, deep connection based on mutual understanding and acceptance.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it all messed up. I thought your soulmate was somebody, your mate that can make soul food.
Hey, same difference. See,
let me say something real quick. That definition was just generated by AI.
Oh, wow.
That's the truth. That's true statement. True statement.
Oh, well, see, the thing about it is, if the whole premise when people talk about soulmate, they talk about as someone is made for you, like there's someone out there for you. And I would say that it's not so much that that someone's designed or that it's a plan or that there's someone out for you. What it is that you could have many prospects, and of all those prospects, one of them could really, really be that person that works with you. So absolutely, aptitude, that's a real thing. So in a sense, yes, soulmates do exist. And the main thing is, bottom line is, do your homework. Make sure you end up with the right person. What you got to say about that, First Lady J?
I think soulmates do exist. Once you find somebody that you're compatible with, you guys align up together and on the same accord, yes, they exist. You just have to wait till God sends you that person. Once you communicate and understand someone, you will know if they're your soulmate. And it all you have to be on the same accord. That's what makes someone pretty much become your soulmate.
Coming up on next week's show, does God send you a person?
Why did I say that? Look at us. Oh my goodness.
I knew when you said that, and that was my whole thing. I don't know if I think God's puppeteering that type of thing, but the bottom line is, if that person comes into your path, I think that's another way of expressing.
God places people in our lives and he removes them from our lives. That's my take on it. Simple as that. So we don't even have to have a show on it. Like, people tell you don't have to go looking for someone. They will come when they get to you. God don't send that person to you. You figure it out.
So
I had to say it again. I just had to figure it out.
Do God send you a soulmate? Come on, let's talk about it. El Poo, did God send you a soulmate?
I mean, by definition, a soulmate doesn't have to be your mate. Your somebody that you're involved with. You can just have a by the definition that you just read, you can just have a good relationship or connection with somebody. That can be a soulmate, right? Without having
understanding, deep connection based
I
on mutual.
I got a whole lot of soulmates. You know, all my fans out there, thank y'all for liking, subscribing. You know, the Focus Up show has a whole lot of soulmates, if that's the case. But yeah, God may send them, you know, but you know what God does? God give it, God take it away.
Damn.
Like AJ said, you know what I'm saying? That's what Job said. That's in the Bible, in the book of Job in the Bible.
So when somebody say, "Oh, sorry, go ahead."
Oh yeah. I got a soulmate. My woman can cook some good soul food. I keep telling y'all, man, look, she can cook some good soul food. As long as she can do that, yeah, she's my soulmate.
So when somebody leaves you, is that God getting rid of your soulmate, or is that them just not wanting to be with you no more because they don't like you?
Just said God placed people in your lives and he removes people in your life. You know, everything happens for a reason during different seasons. So I'm going to say it's God. God gave us common sense to use it. And if you feel like you want something toxic, then you remove yourself from that.
So it sounds like you're saying you could go from one soulmate to the next.
Absolutely, you can.
So it's a bunch of soulmates out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. If it doesn't work with that soulmate, at some point, if a person cannot agree on something and they don't work, you know, they'll send another one.
I feel like this. Even if they're your soulmate and y'all don't work out, they can still be your soulmate. You can I got exes that I'm still cool with, you know what I'm saying? Because we just have that connection. We just couldn't get along as far as in a relationship for whatever the reason was, but we still cool. You know what I'm saying? We still have that whatever the connection was is still there.
So
but,
yes.
And people change, you know.
El Poo is saying you can have two soulmates at the same time.
You can have a whole lot of soulmates
at the same time.
You can have a whole
same damn time. You can have multiple soulmates.
You surely
walk, comment, incoming.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just saying. I don't see nothing yet, but I can feel it.
Man. So I mean, are you okay with your spouse having a additional soulmate? Not even a spouse, just your significant other. Are you okay with them having additional soulmates?
She needs other people to get recipes from. Yeah, I mean, hey.
See, okay. I'm being serious right now, Mr. El
but he defined it in a very clever way because he applied it because he's saying that look, it's not about an intimate relationship. There's somebody that you can just have a real simpatico brotherly relationship with that is like a soulmate, just not intimately. So that's true. I mean that's true. So
and he's going by the definition that was read to us.
Yeah, by the definition.
El Poo, if your lady or significant other said Eric or Chris is my other soulmate, are you okay with that statement?
She better show me some recipes that you bring.
First lady, are you okay with your soulmate having additional soulmates?
I don't think my soulmate have enough sense to even say that to me.
That's a good point. Hey, now Walk's got a comment.
What did he say?
God, please send me a soulmate that makes 100,000 a year who looks like Halle Berry. Wow. Wait a second, she too old for you. What you talking about, Halle Berry? He made Halle Berry when she was young.
Halle Berry's still beautiful.
No, I'm talking about Walk. Walk don't mess with nobody.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. He does. he says over 30, you too old.
Exactly.
You know, so. That's true.
Now, Halle Berry
and knowing Jaywalk, he wants somebody with a face like Holly with Beyonce's body.
Just like that. But yeah, soulmates, man, you got people that you get along with, you got people that you don't get along with. Soulmate is putting too much on it. I think that's putting too much on it. Oh, that's my soulmate, my other, my better half. All that to me is bullshit. It's hey, I like her, she likes me, we good. We are a couple. And for some people, you know, the same sex people, their soulmate is the same sex as them. But it is what it is.
So you are in a great, long-lasting relationship. Is she your soulmate?
On the spot.
One blast.
You want to see?
What just happened right there?
Before he asked the question, yeah, there we go.
I love my wife very dearly, and I believe she loves me very dearly. But there are times where we do not get along, and it's just what life is. That's just what it is. But to me, again, I'm going to repeat, soulmate is putting too much on it, because she could wake up any day and be like, you know what? I don't like you no more, and move on, and vice versa. And what am I going to do about it? Say, oh, you're my soulmate. You're supposed to stay with me forever. If I put too much on it early, I'm a lose in the end, right? If we sit there and put, oh, that's my soulmate, and then they leave you. Oh, damn, that was your soulmate, just left you.
Hey, but First Lady just said that you could be a soulmate for a season, so there's room for that. But by the way, Focus Up family, if I get fired from the show for putting the boss on blast like that, you might need to petition me to get back up.
We got you.
Man. That's funny.
So have we exhausted the soulmate conversation, or do we want to go to the break now?
Let's go to wait. We got another comment from Mr. Walk since he's unable to be on the show.
Hey, this is a good comment. Hold on a second. Somebody read this.
Sometimes you just click with some people more than others, which is true. I mean, but that's not what a soulmate is. I mean, a soulmate is somebody you just kind of like really compatible with. That's what it is.
That's it. Compatibility. That's the key.
A deep compatibility. And again, it's an exceptional compatibility.
Yeah.
Especially when they can complete your sentences before you can even finish.
And I started to jump in there, but I didn't want to catch a case.
and Jay Walk, just because your third leg fits doesn't make her your soulmate.
Wow. Man.
Yeah, so on to the break. What we got, Brother Floyd X?
Man, y'all got to come up with some new commercials. We running these same old commercials again. But we're going to do it. Go ahead. What you say?
Coming from the man that makes the commercials.
Exactly. You don't want me to.
Holler at La Brea Trucking for all of your trucking needs. I've been trying to get in touch, communicate with the brother, and get some new footage for a new commercial. So I'm working on a new commercial for that brother.
Yeah. So in other words, if you want to get your move on from city to city, call that brother.
That's right. Let's go some toppy wop. I feel like hearing some gangster shit right now.
I'm from the city of Compton, where you want to get your plug. Light green and fluffy, sticky, smelly, and lovely. Drop that powder too, you know what it do. Caribbean flavor, sit still on my plate. Bust do what they can.
Toppy Woppy. His music is available on all platforms.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say like this: he didn't win gold on this platform alone because we keep every week.
That's funny.
And he said that song is called Thug Life.
Thug Life. That's my brother Clarence Muhammad from Muhammad's Meats. This is his the new logo, the latest logo I found that he made. Muhammad's halal hand slaughtered meats and desserts. The brother is always on the move. I'm gonna make a great effort to track him so that when it comes Sunday, I could or Saturday, I could point out where he's at because he's always making moves at this event, at that event. He's in Stockton, he's in Fresno, Sacramento, Oakland. He's just constantly moving, pushing the line. Uh-oh.
And when he ain't in those places, he out there. I know Big Cuz is coming in. He out there hand slaughtering those meats himself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you want some of that good, like you said, halal meat, right?
Let me yes. let me say this to Big Cuz, man. This is our Saturday shirt. Come on, put on a nice shirt, brother, so we could have it. Please, brother, put on a decent shirt. This ain't Friday Night Live, brother. Come on. I ain't gonna bring you in till you put on a shirt. All right.
You want to see those mustard stains from last night.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So other commercials. Back to the commercials. Who we got? Oh, we got the Go B.
That's www.gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. I just re-upped myself. Black honey.
Black honey.
That's some of the best honey I had since the Ohio players.
That's sticky icky.
All right. Now with it being October, you know, I don't want to say we're in the spirit of it, but we're going to have a show, according to Mr. Walk, talking about Halloween and the history of it and get deep. And he said it was disgusting and grimy. And, you know, so that's this commercial is in reference to that. Yeah.
Scary as hell seeing my face.
Subscribe. Log on to the FocusUpShow.com. You can watch clips of the show. You can learn more about the host of the show, the hostesses. Is that the right way?
No, that's the bakery.
Okay. How do you
It's the host and hostesses.
Hostesses. I
was just about to introduce. He ran away.
Why do you leave? Man.
Come back, because
yeah. But so yeah, log on. You can buy some merchandise. We got shirts and hats and slides and all type of things on there. Gonna do an update later on this month with some more products. So log on. And we got a quill. Mr. J Walk says that El Poo said hand slaughtered meat. Pause, dude.
Get your mind out the butter. Walk. Get your mind out the go gag some woman.
there we go.
All right.
Let's welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up? What's up, fam? Hey, you know what? The makeup crew is but costume crew didn't come in time and stuff, so it is what it is.
It was hard to hear what you said, but
I know. That's why I left and came back, because the audio was kind of crazy.
All right. But what did you want to chime in on? The soulmates?
Actually, yes.
Go ahead, speak on it. The floor is yours.
Yes. Well, what I wanted to say about soulmates is I do not believe that soulmates exist. There's a delay with what I'm saying.
Just go ahead, just push through it, brother.
Okay. But no,
are you talking about a delay on the computer or a delay in your head? Just a joke.
Well, because you will notice that when my mouth is moving, you don't hear the words. Do you guys hear the word?
Oh yeah,
Hey.
don't even concentrate on that. Just get out what you got to say. Don't worry about
Don't tell us what your wife told you.
Don't worry about that.
Well, actually, what I was going to say with soulmates is that I believe that women are more attracted to the attractive guy rather than the average looking guy and things like that. So when women do get with the average looking guy, that is something that is built up the love for that person because she's really not her type because he really didn't catch her eye and things like that. You see where I'm going?
Kind of, because what I'm getting is like, it just brings another question in my head. Do you know your soulmate on site? Can you find them on site, or do you have to build that relationship?
I mean, I don't think you can assess somebody just by looking at them. I mean, you can
exactly
assess their type, but you're not going to know the layers and the deepness of a person to interact with them. And then it's not just talking to them. I mean, when you're talking about being around somebody, you talk about when you move in with somebody. It's different than when someone's visiting, as opposed to when they're there all the time. So there's so much that you need to find out before you can really assess how compatible you are with another person. So,
Okay. All right, so we beat that one enough. We're about to move on to our next topic. We know Mr. Big Cuz is probably an expert on the Tupac and Biggie, the murders. He probably read every book, seen every video, or seen every interview. So he's going to be Mr. Tony Big Cuz is going to be our resident expert on the Tupac and did P-Diddy have something to do with it? You ready to go, Mr. Nice Guy?
Let me set the table for you. All right.
Sir.
So the big question is, do you think that Diddy has some role in this in the whole Tupac situation? Now, as I understand it, that Diddy employed the Southside Crips for bodyguards, and they definitely had a relationship before all this stuff panned out. And they probably did have some discussions at one point because, this was a real heated thing. There was a situation where Suge Knight's, one of his best friends, who was like a bodyguard or somebody, got killed by one of Puffy's people because, they had this big going back and forth thing. Not only that, there was a situation where the death row cats got a hold of one of Puffy's people, and they beat him up, assaulted him, made him drink urine. And they did this to basically pressure him to give up where Puffy's parents were. That's how terrible.
Pause. Allegedly.
But that's how hot this feud allegedly got. So it's not surprising if at one point or not they discussed it. I mean, they discussed about would you talk about a hit? But as far as the situation that went down with Tupac, I mean, we understand that the cause and effect. But as far as cause and effect of that situation, sorry, there was some weird audio thing going on. But so now I'm gonna have to. Okay, so the cause and effect of that situation is that we know that Orlando got stomped out at that Mike Tyson event, and then not too long after that, Tupac got fatally shot. So if you're trying to connect this to this Tupac, I mean, if you're trying to connect this to this Diddy situation, this might be a little bit of a stretch because I'm pretty sure that was directly about Orlando getting stomped out, but there's some extra information about this. I don't know if you want to go into that about that, what we're rumored, but we got some quotes also from Keefy D about all of this situation.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Big Cuz, I had to mute you because I think we're getting that feedback from you. So you're muted right now. If you could turn down the something or whatever. Say that again. Muted right now. If you could turn down. See, that's you. That's you. You're too loud. Something's too loud.
So we're probably gonna have to cut that.
I'm gonna have to do what Mr. Walk asked us to do. Hey, hold on real. Oh damn. All right, hold on real quick. If y'all could go on, I gotta answer my door real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. So hey, El Pool, I'll pass this to you. You got a little bit more information about this.
Well, it's a whole lot of moving pieces to this whole puzzle. Well, first of all, we already know that Suge and Puff had a big old thing going on. They was going at it for years. Well, actually, you know what? They started off as being cool, but something that happened. I think it was at a Jermaine Dupri party. That's where Suge's dude had gotten shot by supposedly, allegedly by one of Puffy's boys, Big Wolf, and that's where it really kind of really ramped up at. This is after the '95 Source Awards when Suge got up on stage and said, "If you don't want it, your executive producer, all in your videos, dancing, all on your records, come to Death Row." After that, that's when Jermaine had that party. I think it was his birthday party in Atlanta. And that's what the incident had taken place. So after that, I think Puff already had a relationship with Keefe D and the Southside Crips, which he had formed from one of his boys named Zip from New York. Zip had already knew Keefe D. They probably had some drugs connections or whatever the case is. So anyway, allegedly, according to Keefe D, who I don't really believe on anything, he said that Puff had offered him some money to kill Suge, basically. And then it became Suge and Pac. So Keefe D is trying to say, I think Keefe D is trying to cover his butt and say Puff has a whole lot to do with this. So if I go down, you're going to have to go get Puff too, because Puff has supposedly given me $1 million, which he never received because allegedly he gave the money to Zip. Zip kept the money, never gave it to Keefe D. So if y'all want to go a little bit further, but the only thing I gotta say about Puff is this.
Yeah, no, it's kind of messy. Up until I first heard about that paying the money to Zip today. This whole time I'm thinking there's no way that this is going to be connected to Puff. But if Puff literally paid that money to Zip in an attempt to get it to Keefe D, that's a problem. And Keefe D saying that he was told that by the FBI. Now,
it's the problem, though. Zip is dead. Everybody involved in this is dead except two people, Puff and Keefe D. So it's going to be his word against his.
And it's also against it if the FBI really had some, if they really had some intel, the intel may still be there. So that would be this, you don't necessarily need people to be alive to tap into what they may have done, especially if you have like a bunch of information documented about it. But all of this stuff is evidence. It doesn't necessarily prove that it happened. All you need to do is sway somebody. So if that's messy if he did that. But I think that really what happened is that they may have talked about this in the past. Homeboy got into a situation with Orlando, and they did that immediate payback. And then they decided, hey, he was going to offer us money. We might as well try to get paid for this too. So,
Well, the question I have is this. Well, this is the situation. Whenever you got two people saying something, hearsay, you need somebody to corroborate the story, right?
Yep.
I mean, to really make it more believable.
Yep.
Really sway it.
So we'll see how that is. Where I'm not wishing any bad on Keefe D, and honestly, we can talk about the snitching and all this stuff and getting himself in trouble. He's definitely invited himself. He's invited this heat upon himself with all the things he's done since the incident. I appreciate the fact that we have the information because we know what happened for all intents and purposes. It's not a mystery for us, and we have him to thank for that. But
that's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem. Keefe D has been out here talking too much. If you were involved in any type of criminal activity, the code of the streets is to shut up. Well, am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct, and that's why he's dealing with what he's dealing with. What you got to say about this, First Lady?
I'm not getting in that stuff. I'm not gonna get off on me. I'm getting my
stuff. She sound like Miss LA over there.
No, I understand. It's a tough topic.
That's my business.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, and the reality is none of us should be talking about this. He shouldn't have been talking about this. What happened. And the reality is, that was a messy situation that was really inspired by a person who ended up dying because of this stuff. So, I mean, this was the blowback. This was the fallout from that activity. You can't just go stomping on somebody and thinking there's not going to be some blowback, especially when the person that you're stomping at is really one of them dudes. But Floyd X, I guess he's still working. He wanted to get on this. So
man, I want to talk about it so bad. I got the repair guy here, man. I wasn't planning. He supposed to be here an hour or two later, but he came early. I ain't gonna turn him away. Need stuff, but this is a big, heavy topic, man. And did y'all read the quotes from what the brother Keefe D them said? And
I don't think we did.
All right,
let's pull that up.
Let me go to the quote. This is from his book. In his book, Compton Street Legend, Keefe D claimed Diddy, known then as Puffy, ordered the hit one day while they were out in New York eating pastrami sandwiches, drinking pink champagne. Hold on.
Now, that was one incident, and El Poo was talking about, he heard about another incident, but, there might have been multiple discussions about this because, again, that was a heated time. We're going to bring up a Mob James quote. I don't know if you want to just go in and grab that while he's still doing what he's doing.
With the Mob James quote?
Yeah, the Mob James quote. Because it kind of ties directly into all of this stuff. So Mob James was saying, who used to work as a security enforcer for Death Row Records, said everyone had a price on their head at that time as the war between Bad Boy and Death Row heated up. So that was a real beef, a real type of situation. And people died over it. A lot of people died, unfortunately. But that's the sad truth. Whether this dude will get arrested
is Diddy going to jail? He going to jail.
If you think so, speak on it. If he
pays that money on everybody else, Keefe D snitching on everybody else. He said, "Who said he gonna keep on snitching?" Suge said he stopped snitching. Keefe D said he ain't done yet. I heard Mr. Nice Guy say, he ain't going down by himself.
Oh, I ain't say that. He said he ain't the head of CMB. It's that pretty dude with the knife in his hand.
Puffy got to go to jail. You know what I say?
Now look. Did y'all talk about what Mob James said?
Yeah,
he do a lot of
interviews. We used that quote. We talked about it because it got to a point of a real war. It started off as something that was an absolute misunderstanding. None of us believe that Biggie had anything to do with that quad shooting. That's really where all of this beef kind of came out of it. Yeah. And I respect Tupac for having a perspective. He was there. So I understand, I have to respect that he saw different things than what I saw. I still think he saw them wrong. And it basically created a beef that crescendoed into his death and also Biggie's death. So I think that he was absolutely, a big player in all of that incidentally.
Yep. If he would have just chilled out, did his music, and focused on his music instead of trying to live that so-called thug life or whatever. Come on, man. I love Pac, one of my favorite rappers, of all time, but I hated that he was involving himself in those situations. But when you in the mix of it, like when I was living in New Orleans, I'm not no gangster or nothing, but when you in the mix of shit, you can't even see it in front of you. Then when you leave, when you step outside, you be like, damn, we was crazy. So I know at some point, if Pac was still alive, he'll be reflecting like, damn, what was we beefing all that and all this craziness for? And but when you're in the midst of it, you can't see it. And it's a shame that, that they had to lose their lives, and P-Diddy is still here being a billionaire. And listen, I don't know if he did it or not, but if the dude is telling the truth, he should be held accountable. If it's the truth, you know what I'm saying? And he said that the FBI told him this information, so I believe they have it or whatever. But we don't know. I was looking at some other video that was saying that. Go ahead, nice guy.
Let me ask you this question, okay? Yeah. So you heard what I said about the incident where they made that dude drink. Everybody peed in the cup, and they made this dude drink. They made him drink it because they were trying to make him give up Puffy's parents, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Salute to that dude. He didn't.
Real
but my point is that if a dude is coming for your parents like that, would he really be wrong for putting the hit out on Pac and them?
Yeah.
So as I'm saying, it's a messy situation. Once you're in the thickness of it and you got those enemies, that's a valid point. It's war. I'm telling you, if it got to that point,
I agree with you.
They all gotta die. They all gotta die.
And you know what's crazy?
I agree with that.
They even alleged that Dr. Dre was a part of that incident too. It was supposed to have been at the Death Row Christmas party in '95, right?
I think so. It was something like that.
That's when people said this is when I forgot exactly who it was, but somebody said this is when I think Dre was like, I'm through with Death Row.
Yeah. He wasn't about all of that craziness. He's talking about how they were just jumping people, and I mean, they was doing all type of extra stuff, and they had the industry on chain tuck whenever Suge Knight came around.
And another thing I think that don't get touched on is the dynamics of the relationships in Death Row. Like when you watch Warren G's interview on the Drink Champs, and it was almost like Dre was a boss, but he wasn't bossing up, basically. Because if your brother is on the team, and then he not getting allowed to get on the plane with y'all, and you supposed to be half owner, how you not gonna not make that happen, man? And
I think Dre was actually looking out for Warren G. He didn't want Warren G to be a part of all that. That's what I think personally.
And that would be sound strategy. You want to be separated from this as much. I mean, they were doing a lot. They were doing.
And you got to understand, Warren G actually came up way bigger than what he would have came up as if he was with Death Row. Because when he went to Def Jam, he actually saved Def Jam. Everybody gives him credit for
he did some big things in Def Jam. He did behind the scenes as well. So yeah, no, it was a big thing. So,
but could you imagine his production talents on Death Row? And even though they was in that BS, if he would have left with Dre, he'd probably be a billionaire too right now.
Nah,
as long as he follow his big brother.
If he would have stayed with if he would have went with Death Row, he would have been as big as the Dog Pound.
He said what?
He would have been about as big as the Dog Pound.
I mean, that ship was sinking though. That ship was sinking. That was not a sustainable model. I mean, all the stuff that they were doing, you got to separate. I mean, I've heard Suge Knight talk about it. He goes, "Man, we messed that up. We should have just been black people concentrating on being rich and doing music, and just instead of all getting caught up in all of that stuff. I mean, maybe that's that prison talk. People go to prison and get all super righteous, and then come back on the streets and just default back to where they were. But I mean, he's making a whole lot of sense.
All right. I got more to say, but I don't want to drag it up. We got time.
We might as well, because we don't really got time to go nothing else.
Warren G was a smart dude to me. He was an intelligent young person. I think he would have survived Death Row. He did, basically, because his brother protected him one, and he knew, get the fuck out of here. It sounds crazy, but when you look at it, if you watch the Drink Champs interview, all of his stories is him running. And I mean, I'm not saying that like he's some weak dude. It's like sometimes you got to make some smart choices. If you ain't gangster and you up against gangsters, so the best thing you probably can do is run.
Even if you are a gangster, if it's just shooing a whole lot more gangsters, you better run.
Hey,
I was hearing about a bag with a whole bunch of guns and all this stuff. I mean, to me, that was a terrible environment to be. I wouldn't wish that environment on anybody. That it needed to die. It needed to die. He didn't need to prolong it. He didn't need to give it any more life. Dude, those people were doing crazy things. You're talking about the music. I'm talking about life and death.
I know. That's where the government comes in. If the workplace is a bad environment, you file a complaint.
I mean, damn. Look at the name of the company. It's called Death Row. I mean,
yeah. But you mean, because we all know the stories. We hear about women getting beat up in there and men drinking urine. Come on. Somebody should have filed a complaint. It would have to take some intelligent people on the team. And I think Warren G was one of the intelligent ones. He could have been the one to help turn that shit around.
You ain't heard nothing from Sam Snead since he got beat down.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to bring his name up, but I mean, that was exactly what I was thinking about. Look, we know that this industry is really wicked. When you're talking about the shakedowns and all of the stuff that's going on, the government ain't really being involved in that industry like that. They ain't putting on no capes to do nothing about that industry. That industry is controlled by some of the most powerful and wickedest gangsters outside of Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just there's not too much to be saved about that. People are just gonna exploit, make their money, implode, and then on to the next thing.
Look, gangsters move in silence. Jimmy Iovine is a gangster. Trust me. He survived all that.
Walk said, ain't nobody going to jail, all hearsay and no murder weapon.
TPD is in jail right now.
Hey, Man, you just killed that in 1 second. You just killed that in 1 second. Hey, man. Keefy D is capable of bringing down P-Diddy. If the information that he put in that book is correct, he can bring down P-Diddy with that. And, you know, I don't know if, because some people say that, P-Diddy is too big to go down. But come on, we've seen plenty of other people who had a lot of money go down. What's the name? Bill Cosby spent a few years in jail. You know what I'm saying? All these big, what's that? Harvey Weinstein? He's sitting in jail. Come on. Ain't nobody too big to go down. If the government so decides that you are no longer a benefit outside, they can put you right in. They could grab Puffy. Oh, you want to own Ciroc and you want to be revolt king? Sit your ass down, nigga.
That sounds conspiratory. Hey, what you got to say about this? I know you weren't talking about the other stuff, but now we kind of moved on to a slightly different area.
I haven't moved on to anything.
I mean, if what you're saying is true, then Trump should be in jail.
Hey, he got a whole bunch of court cases. Could end up in jail. He could end up. It's possible. It's possible for Trump to be in jail right now. George issuing gag orders against him, all these indictments and all this stuff going on. And now the latest, y'all know the latest. I hate to jump on Trump, but nuclear submarines sharing information. Hey,
you know, and that's kind of my reason why I almost feel like we need to capitulate to this guy, because I'm worried about what he'll give up. I mean, you almost like you might have to just sniper his ass or something. Like, I mean, he could be a problem. I mean, if he were to slip away and find himself to Russia, just think about what he could just give up, and you know he would. You just know he would.
Hey, since we got a little few minutes, I want a little jump subject, just a little bit with First Lady. First Lady, listen, look, I just want your opinion.
Okay.
I want your opinion on Sexyy Red. Have you heard of any of her music?
I don't think so. Maybe I didn't recognize this her music.
Do you know who she is?
I just know she's some type of rapper or something. That's
okay.
It. I don't really have clothes on when I've seen her pictures.
Well, let me broaden it a little bit then. Female rappers of today, do you think they are helping or hurting us in the sense of what they're portraying? Like when you think of, like, let's just say top 5 female rappers. It's like all these rappers that you see on TV every day, the women. What's your take on this?
I look at them. You put me on blast. Tasteless. That's the first word that comes to mind. Most of them don't have any class. They're not like some of the rappers from back in the day. They're mostly talking about. We use the wet, for example.
Oh man, yeah.
They trash themselves using derogatory words, and as a woman, how do you expect a man to respect you when you're using derogatory words towards yourself and other women? They might as well just appear with no clothes on, period, nothing at all. So when I see these rappers, these women today, I think of trash, garbage.
Just like that.
And that's the truth. You know, their lyrics don't mean anything to me. And popping, and you said something about a hard underwear in between. Or something.
That's horrible, man. That's horrible.
The crazy thing is, they make it, and they have record deals off of the type of music that they say. So it kind of reminds you of also sex sales too,
Yep.
It's like their image of what they're putting out. So, that's what I think about them, garbage and trash. But hey, if that's what it takes for you to get paid, then that's on you. But you're not looking at everything in the long run. Some people that are not parents yet, this is what you're teaching your children. This is how you want to make your money off of this type of lifestyle and saying these things. What about when you have a daughter? You want her to walk around talking. You guys know the lyrics, the things that are said. So I think it's very inappropriate, and I don't look at them as ladies. I don't look at them as class.
Oh,
Once you take
All
off
right.
all your clothes, what else do you have?
You's a filthy little motherfucker.
Well, you heard it here. And for the sisters out there, y'all don't have to rap about your vagina and your booty and all this stuff. It's not. We'll as men, we'll listen to you if you got lyrical skills. That's how Nicki Minaj is successful, because she got lyrical skills. I know she shows her behind and she's trying to be in with these young ladies, but truth be told, Nicki Minaj got lyrical skills. Work on your skills, ladies. Don't be out here. Everybody don't want to know about your booty hole. Don't want to know about how much titties there. If you got them augmentations and all that other stuff y'all got going on, come on, just work on your skills. And when somebody posted that picture with MC Light and TLC them, I was like, man, they look so beautiful, just natural beauty, and they had their clothes on. It was a beautiful sight to see. Come on, man, let's bring that back, sisters. Let's bring that back.
Content. It's not just the issue of it's just not. It's work on. Give us some alternative content.
That's right.
Offset this stuff. You want to go to this place, that's fine. Just don't stay there. Go somewhere else too.
That's right.
And with that being said, I think that's the end of the show.
But I also wanted to say